Assalamualaikum and hi. So today we're going to learn about chapter 7, which is application of definite integrals. This is part 2. So previously we have learned about definite integrals. So in definite integrals, we have application of definite integrals, which is area. There are three cases for the area. The first one will be the one with when you have x-axis and a curve, so you need to find the area. The second case will be the when you have y-axis and a curve, and the third case is when you have both curves, so you need to find the area. But for today, we're going to find the volume. This is the other application for definite integral. So for this part, for the first part, you're going to learn volume of solids of revolution. So what you need to know is when we have volume, you're going to revolve a solid of revolution about the x-axis and as well as the y-axis. It's quite similar with the previous one. For the area, you have x-axis and y-axis. It's only that the formula is a bit different since we have pi over here because this is volume. It involves volumes. Okay, let's say for the first case, you're going to find volume of a solid of revolution revolve about the x-axis. What does it mean by revolve about the x-axis is that you have this kind of graph. Revolve mean you akan putarkan this region, the red region over here, you're going to putarkan dia around the x-axis. That is what does it mean by revolve about the x-axis. This red area over here. So first we need to know the formula. So when you have revolve about the x-axis, of course the formula will be at the end you will have to have dx here, because it is x-axis. So for volume, you will start integration from a to b pi radius function square. So radius function over here will be the function in the graph or the curve given in the graph. So so you will have integration from a to b pi y square dx. Why is it y? Because y over here is a curve here. So you have y equal to fx. So the y over here in term of x because we have dx over here. So at the end, you will have this formula. Integration of a from a to b pi fx square dx. The function given over here. So the function must be in term of x. So let's say we have a curve. This is the curve y equal to fx. So you have definite integral from a to b. So the area or the region will be over here, the red region, this red box over here. So you're going to revolve it about the x-axis. Putarkan dia ke arah mengikut x-axis. So what does it mean by revolve about x-axis is you're going to revolve it around the x-axis. Putarkan dia. Kita putarkan dia sekeliling x-axis. So you akan dapat satu bentuk quite similar to cylinder lah. Okay, let's see. That one is for x-axis. Bila you revolve about the x-axis, you putarkan the area over here ke arah mengikut x-axis. So this is the formula. When you have x revolve about x-axis, so of course the formula will be dx and the function will be in term of x. And the second case will be volume of a solid of revolution revolve about the y-axis. So it's quite similar with the previous one. It's just that now you need to revolve, putarkan dia mengikut y-axis. So sekarang dia putar ikut x-axis. You putarkan sekeliling x-axis. So bila kita putar, dia akan, this is the area or the region you're going to putarkan. Yang color hijau ni, you putarkan sekeliling y-axis. So you're gonna get a quite similar like cylinder shape. So that's why we have pi over here, because when you have cylinder, sphere, you need pi sebab dia dah melibatkan bulatan. Okay. So this is y-axis. When you revolve about the y-axis, so the formula will be dy. You integrate with respect to dy. So it starts from integration from c to d. The definite integral start from c to d. So c and d will be any numbers, any values, and then pi radius function. So the formula is the same. Always pi times with radius function square. The difference is only at the back over here, whether it is going to be dy or dx. So how to determine whether it is dy or dx? You refer back to the question. When the question asks you to revolve about the y-axis, then this will be dy. So you will have radius function pi. The radius function will be here, the curve. Okay, so the curve is no longer y equal to x squared plus blah blah blah. The curve here will be x equal to gy. Dia dalam sebutan y. Maybe dia akan jadi x equal to y square plus 2 or anything in term of y, because dy kan. So at the end you will have this formula. So let's see the first example. Find the volume of the solid of revolution formed by revolving the graph of fx equal to 4 minus x square about the x-axis in the first quadrant. Okay, so kita boleh abaikan first quadrant ni sebab first quadrant mean dalam bila kita buat trigonometry, this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. So soalan ni maksud dia the volume you revolve around the first quadrant, you akan dapat bentuk tu dalam this quadrant lah, the first quadrant over here. So no need to think about the first quadrant, you just need to focus on the function given, and it said that you need to revolve around the x-axis. So if we check back the first formula, bila kita revolve about the x-axis, it's going to be in this term, right? At the end you will have dx, and function dekat dalam sini semuanya dalam sebutan x, and don't forget to put your pi over here. So berbalik semula kepada soalan. So you have integration from 0 to 2 pi fx square dx. Okay, so how do I know it start from 0 and 2 over here? Is you're going to check from this function. So when you key in this value into the calculator, guna persamaan quadratic equation, you will get 0 and 2. So that will be your definite integral. So the graph will start from 0 to 2 pi fx square dx. Fx square dx. So the function fx over here will be this function. So you just need to substitute, ganti masuk semula function ni. Since dia sudah dalam bentuk x, so you don't need to rearrange. Boleh guna terus. So pi over here is a constant. You're going to put the pi at the front. So you need to integrate from 0 to 2, 4 minus x square, and don't forget to put your square dx. So kita boleh integrate this one. Before you integrate, you need to expand kembangkan dahulu this one quadratic equation. Kembangkan yang ini, so you will get this one, 16 minus 8x squared plus x to the power of 4 dx. So then only you can integrate. So the pi no need to kacau, just put it at the front, and then you integrate 16, you get 16x. You integrate 8x squared, you get 8x cubed. X cubed over 3, because we always divide the new integral with the power, the new power, and then plus integrate x4, you get x to the power of 5 over 5. Then you're going to substitute with 0 until 2. So you need to substitute with 2, the x value over here, substitute it with 2 first, then only you can substitute with 0. So no need to key in the pi over here into your calculator, just keep it as pi over here, and you can use degree mode in your calculator, so no need to change into radian. So you have 256 over 15 pi, and don't forget to put unit cube. Unit cube over here means volume. Previously we have learned about area. The unit will be unit square, only square. Unit square mean area. Unit cube mean unit power of 3 mean volume. Okay, so this is when you revolve the curve or a function over here about the x-axis. So senanglah kalau x-axis, term dia semua dalam x, dekat dalam ni. So you just need to substitute and then integrate, then you substitute it with the definite integral. So that is when you have x-axis. So let's find the volume of the solid obtained by rotating the region bounded by y equal to x cubed, y equal to 8, and x equal to 0 around the x-axis. So now you have three function or three curve or line. You have now this one, number 1, y equal to x cubed, y equal to 8, and x equal to 0 around the y-axis. So the graph will be like this. So first one, you have this y equal to x cubed, this one yang macam bentuk S ni, y equal to x cubed. Ini adalah function untuk cubic, punca kuasa 3, y equal to x cubed. Or kita boleh tukarkan dia dalam bentuk, since this one is in term of x, so you need to change it in term of y over here. Why you need to change into y? Because it's mentioned over here revolve around the y-axis. So of course everything in the integration will need to be in y term. So you have y equal to x cubed. Bila you rearrange, you susun semula. So x cube over here, the cube you pindahkan ke sebelah, dia akan jadi punca kuasa 3. So this is the one. Okay, ini dan ini adalah benda yang sama. Cuma ini sudah dalam bentuk y. And then that one is number 1. This is number 1. This is number 1. And then the second line will be y equal to 8. This one, the straight line. So this is number 2. This is number 2. And the third line will be x equal to 0. So where is x equal to 0? So this is the one, x equal to 0. This straight line ataupun y-axis tu adalah x equal to 0. This is number 3. Sorry. Okay, so you have this curve. You have this region yang terangkum di antara ketiga-tiga line tadi. You have 3 lines. So when you draw the lines, you will have a region over here. This region. So what you're going to do is you need to find the volume for this region. For this part, you only have this, kan? You cuma boleh nampak the region sahaja, kawasan dia. But now you have to find the volume, dia punya isi padu. And then it mentioned here you need to revolve around the y-axis. So you kena putarkan shape yang ini atau bentuk region yang color turquoise ni revolve around the y-axis. Bila kita putarkan dia sekeliling y-axis, revolve around the revolve around the y-axis, so you will get this shape or hemisphere. Separa hemisphere. So you have this bentuk lah. Okay. So now you can see it clearly how the shape look like. And then you're going to find the volume. Okay, from that, of course, when it mentioned revolve around the y-axis, everything need to be in y term. So previously we have this in term of x, so you change it in term of y. So inilah dia. Bila kita dah tukar x cube equal to y, bila kita bawa ke sebelah kiri atau kita rearrange, susun semula, you get x equal to punca kuasa 3 y. So this is going to be new function. This is actually similar. Ni benda yang sama, cuma dia sudah jadi function gy sebab dia dalam sebutan y. Okay. So kita going to calculate the volume, integrate from a to b pi. This is the formula given earlier, gy square dy. Maksud dia gy ni function tu dalam sebutan y. Don't forget the square over here and dy. So the pi over here, you siap-siap put it at the front and then you integrate from 0 until 8. How do you know start from 0 until 8? Because this is the one. You tengok you punya graph, bila you sketch the graph, this is the limit lah. The limit of the integration from 0 until 8. Area tu dah bounded daripada 0 sampai 8. Dia dah bounded dekat sini. Okay, so they start from 0 until 8. This is 8 over here. This is 8. So you have square root of not square root. This is cubic punca kuasa 3 untuk y. Square kan dia. Then only you can integrate. You kembangkan dahulu yang this one. So punca kuasa 3. Punca kuasa 3 mean you have y to the power of 1 over 3. This is actually equal to y punca kuasa 3 y. Ini sama ya. Okay, this one. So, bila you dah dapat this one, you can square it. Darab kuasa 2 kan dia. So, bila you square it, you get y 1 over 3 times 2. Darabkan dengan 2. That's why dia dapat yang ini. Y to the power of 2 over 3. Y to the power of 2 over 3 dy. Then only you can integrate. Barulah kita integrate ini. Integrate y to the power of 2 over 3. You get plus 1. Okay. Nanti tambahlah dia dapat this part. So y to the integrate 2 over 3 plus 1. Bila ketekan calculator, you dapat y to the power of 5 over 3. This one is actually this 5 over 3. And then macam mana pula ada 3 over 5 dekat depan? Because we always divide the new power with this. Okay. So you have 5 over 3. Bila you divide, dia akan jadi 3 over 5. Then you can substitute the value, the y value with 8 and 0. Ganti masuklah dia. 3 times y. This is no longer y. 3 times 8 to the power 5 over 3 over 5 minus 3 times 0 to the power of 5 over 3 over 5. Then you get this answer. So the pi over here, just keep it as pi. No need to masukkan pi dalam your calculator. No need to key in the pi. Okay. Just put it as 96 over 5 pi unit cube. Yes, you can also calculate or you can key in the pi, but your answer will be in decimal and in decimal point, in the decimal form. Akan dapat dalam bentuk perpuluhan lah kalau you key in the pi. Okay. Okay, that one is for the first part when you have to revolve a curve or more than a curve around the x-axis or y-axis. So the formula is the same. The formula you will need to use pi times with radius function square dx. Why does it mean radius? Because if we refer back to the previous example over here, this is actually the radius. Ini ke sini kita panggil sebagai radius. Radius dia, okay? Ini adalah radius. Bila kita putarkan the radius, you will get a circle, bulatan. That's why timbulnya pi dekat situ.